everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of Illuminati Media Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to cover the Illuminati blood sacrifice conspiracy surrounding Paul Walker's death. Now, for those of you who still think that is way too far-fetched, you have a lot of research to do. There is a lot of evidence that shows that in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry, there is a secret cabal known as the Illuminati that perform blood sacrifices. So the mainstream media is actively engaged in making sure that you are brainwashed from this information so that you don't even believe it. And when you do stumble across the information, you think it's absolute craziness. But give me the opportunity. What I'm going to do here is present to you, again, another Illuminati blood sacrifice conspiracy, this time surrounding Paul Walker's death. And if you look at the evidence yourself, critically and logically, you're going to see that it's more than something fishy here. There's something going on that is absolutely sinister. So what we're going to do here is provide you with all the evidence that show that Paul Walker was another victim of Illuminati blood sacrifice. Now, before we do that, I'll just explain to you what is going on in Hollywood, and it's important that you begin to do your own research. I'll help you by leaving videos in the description section like this one. This one is on Randy Quaid. This guy comes to Canada several years ago, completely freaking out, saying that the Hollywood star whackers are out to kill him. Now, did Randy Quaid just lose his mind, like probably the mainstream media wants you to think he did? No, absolutely not. There is a satanic cabal in Hollywood that is actively engaged in star whacking. He used the term star whackers, okay, because they are actively involved in killing stars, and he was saying that they were after his money and other stuff like that. So this is going on in Hollywood, and you need to wake up because the mainstream media is going to make sure that you don't hear about these stories, or if you do, it's their version of it, and it's so manipulated that it's really just mind control. So definitely check out this Hollywood Insider's testimony about what is really going on in the entertainment industry. Now, you have to think about it. The entertainment industry is responsible for having people like Martin Lawrence running around saying they're trying to kill me. Who's trying to kill him? Obviously, this satanic cult in Hollywood, the star whackers, like Randy Quaid just said, are out to kill stars. And that's what they do. They're actively engaged in this stuff. Now, Dave Chappelle came out and he exposed the fact that the entertainment industry is just evil and wrong. He was actually defending Martin Lawrence because a lot of people think that Martin Lawrence just went crazy, but he really didn't. That's not what happened at all. Dave Chappelle, if you watch the video in the description section, all these videos are down there for you to check out. You'll see that he actually even makes you question yourself about what is going on in Hollywood. He wants you to ask yourself, what is going on in Hollywood that a strong person like Martin Lawrence is going around screaming, they are trying to kill me? And he makes you realize, or he's hoping that you're smart enough to realize, that it's not the individuals like the media wants you to believe, but in fact, it's the environment that these entertainers are in that is sick and evil. So definitely check that out. This is just more insider testimony coming out. Randy Quaid actually literally said that Heath Ledger was killed by the star whackers. I've done a conspiracy theory covering the blood sacrifice possibility of Heath Ledger's death. Now, if you look at it, he was in a movie killed before with these like Masonic Illuminati symbols, the pyramid with the eye on his head, before the sacrifice. I covered this in my video, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but come on, people, start waking up here. I mean, it's obvious. They just did it to Robin Williams, most likely, so I have another video linked up in the description section for to check out. There's agenda to star whack for money, and because they're part of a satanic cabal. That's just the reality of it. You even see it all over the place in the entertainment industry. There was the very likely possibility that the Ultimate Warrior was also sacrificed. That's in the description section for to check out. It's about money, it's about Satan and blood sacrifices. So what we're going to do here is examine the evidence that shows that Paul Walker was in fact part of the Illuminati. He was used by them as a puppet and then unfortunately maybe was trying to get out and was killed because of that. Now, here's the evidence. So the first movie that Mr. Paul Walker was really introduced to the public in is a movie called The Skulls. This is a movie that's actually based off of the Illuminati. So this could literally say the Illuminati. So his first movie was in a movie about a secret society, an occult, satanic secret society, the one that's at Yale that we know, this is a real one. This is the Skull and Bones Secret Society of Yale. You have President Bush and his father that have been known members of this satanic secret society at Yale. And one thing that's interesting to point out is there's obviously a satanic component to this. What I'm going to do here is just play a little recording of a Skull and Bones initiation, because I want you to see here what we're dealing with, because the skulls is the Illuminati. So just check out their rituals and what they're into.
Ron Rosenbaum is a journalist who writes for the New York Observer. He secretly filmed an initiation ceremony from the top of a building near the Skull and Bones headquarters. Members of the order dress up as the devil, the Pope, and a kind of Don Quixote character.
Alright, so what you're actually seeing here is the Illuminati cult, the Skull and Bones initiation taking place. As you see, they dress up as the devil. This is the Illuminati cult that I've been trying to expose. They're right in plain sight. It's a organization of secret societies that work collectively together. The Skull and Bones is one of them. So that is why he was featured in the movie The Skulls, which is the Illuminati.
The Pope wears a white monogrammed slipper which rests upon a stone skull. Each initiate is led into a chamber where fellow members shout obscenities and abuse the new initiate. The initiates are told that they are superior beings and are part of a privileged elite who use war, terror, and famine to control Earth's human population.
And that's what it is. The Illuminati believe themselves to be divine and gods on earth, and they believe they have the right to rule over us. And as you hear here, they're given that information as they join the Illuminati Skull and Bones Secret Society organization. So I just wanted you to notice this.
Philosophy
it's satanic.
Was illustrated in the Hollywood movie Skulls, made in 1999.
And this is the actual movie where Walker is featured in. So here's the initiation room. You see this is from Walker's first movie. They have the war room because they use war to control people. All these occultic, weird, satanic initiations. There you go. Okay, so I just wanted to play that really quickly here to show you that the Skulls movie was in fact a movie about being initiated into the Illuminati. Pretty coincidental. The thing about the secret society is they put people in positions of power. When we in the election choices between President Bush and candidate John Kerry, you actually had a choice between Skull and Bones member and Skull and Bones member. So guess what? No matter what, at the end of the day, you were going to vote into office an Illuminati member, a secret society, someone who goes and practices these satanic rituals, like dress up as Satan and practice a ritual in their little occult clubs, Luciferian clubs. Okay, this is what we're dealing with, and it's no surprise that Paul Walker was featured in the movie in the Skull and Bones room. As you see here, war on the back wall, because they believe that they can use war to control the population. So just like in real life, the movie depicts the two main stars here, Paul Walker and I forget what his name is. Dawson Creek, whatever. So they get privilege, they get given things because they're a part of the secret society, and that's how it works when you join in. Notice here they're all with the elite and they're mingling with the powerful people of the world. Another interesting thing is they're given cars, because that's what happens in the secret society of the Illuminati, the Skull and Bones, the Rosicrucians, whatever secret society, Illuminati, satanic Luciferian cult you join, they're going to give you power and privilege. So as you see here, they were all given cars, and would you look at that? Guess what kind of car was given to our friend over here? Is that not a red Porsche? I'm not good with cars, but ladies and gentlemen, it looks like in the movie where we see him joining the Illuminati cult, he was given a red Porsche. I think so. And not only that, but there's a scene here where he's shown in the red Porsche with the window broken. Very strange, isn't it? That, oh, I think he died in a Porsche, didn't he? Can someone in the comment section confirm that? I mean, I'm not good with cars, but is this not a Porsche here that the Illuminati, aka the Skull and Bones, is giving to Paul Walker in the movie where he's initiated into the cult, and then he dies in a red one 13 years later, exactly. The movie The Skulls was made in 2000. He died 13 years later. So you mean to tell me that in a movie about a secret society, the Illuminati, don't get it twisted, Skull and Bones, Illuminati, period. Bush, Illuminati. This is a movie about the Illuminati. So you mean to tell me that it is a pure coincidence that in a movie where this individual was shown joining the secret society of the Illuminati and was given a red Porsche, that he mysteriously and coincidentally dies in a red Porsche 13 years later? Oh man, you really have to come to grips with reality here. I mean, you'd be the easiest person to fool in the world. I'd hate to see you and scam artists. They would just have their way with you. You're being foolish. This is hidden in plain sight, people. 13 years. Now, why is that significant? Because the Illuminati, the Skull and Bones, this secret satanic society, that to get into it, you got to dress up as a devil and go into these little weird clubs and practice occult things. They're into satanic numerology, so it's very important for them to use things like numerology, and we know that 13 is one of their sacred numbers. So it's not a surprise that he was shown featured in a movie, initiated into the Illuminati, given a red Porsche 13 years before his death. Come on, wake up, people. Now, the other piece of evidence that shows that this was a Illuminati blood sacrifice is actually what his father told us. So what I'm going to do here is just play for you Paul Walker's father. Notice here, Paul wanted out, his dad says. Out of what? Let's play this.
Hearing from the family he left behind, today the parents of actor Paul Walker are speaking out about their son and the weekend crash that took his life. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 1. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Megan Henderson in for Jessica Holmes today. KTLA's Corinne Winter is live in Valencia with the latest on the crash and what friends and family are saying about it.
Well, this memorial behind me, it continues to grow for the late actor. His dad telling me he's still expecting his son to just walk through the door as the family begins to deal with their heartbreak.
But you know, as a father, that's a fear you always have, that one of your children will go before you.
Paul Walker III cherishes his last conversation with son Paul, a visit that turned out to be the last when the two had lunch over laughs here at his favorite neighborhood stop.
I made it a point every time I saw him and my children was to hug them and kiss them and tell them every other sentence, if I could, you know, I love you.
The actor who skyrocketed to fame with the Fast and Furious franchise died Saturday in a deadly car accident. Walker and his friend Roger Rodas, who was driving this red Porsche Carrera, had just left Walker's Santa Clarita charity event when investigators say the sports car slammed into a light pole and erupted into flames. Walker's dad described going numb upon hearing the news from his brother.
Paul's been killed. So in those times where you literally like freeze.
Detectives haven't confirmed if drag racing may have played a role in the tragedy, but officials say based on some of the evidence from the crime scene, speed was definitely a factor. While the world knew Paul Walker as one of Hollywood's brightest stars, his family says he actually wanted a break from the business.
That love.
This is the important part. His family said he wanted a break from the business. Pay attention right now. This is the key part.
To people. Honestly loved people. The business, he'd ever cared for this business. It just happened. And many times he wanted to quit.
Walker's father and
many times he wanted to quit. Okay, I'll leave the rest of the interview for to check that out in the description section, but that's the important part to point out here. His father said that he wanted out. He never liked the corporate side of the business. Now, if we understand the Illuminati, they control their puppets hardcore. So if he truly wanted out, he's not allowed out. In the movie The Skulls, in fact, Paul's character kills someone for exposing the satanic cult. Just to let you know, he goes in the war room and kills this independent journalist who's going to be exposing the satanic cult, and Paul actually kills him in the movie. Because you cannot expose or get out of this group. This is something that is impossible to do because you take an oath of secrecy. It's a secret society, and you take an oath, and if you break that oath, it's your life that you're going to pay with. They show you that in the Skulls movie, and in fact, Paul Walker's character is the one to kill someone for coming and exposing the cult. So you got to pay attention here. His dad is literally telling you, yo, my kid wanted out. He didn't even want to be in the business. So that is an obvious sign when you understand how the entertainment industry, when you take into account what Dave Chappelle is telling you and all the other Hollywood insiders like Randy Quaid and Corey Feldman and all these people coming out talking about these sick, twisted things in Hollywood. Put two and two together, people. Okay, he wanted out of the business, so they took him out. It's that simple. Dies in a car crash. Come on. I mean, how obvious and ridiculous can you get? Another piece of evidence that shows that it was a Illuminati blood sacrifice is the Illuminati are satanic, evil people. They worship Lucifer. They're into blood sacrifices and things like this. Paul Walker, if you actually look at his life and what he kind of did with his fame and his money, it seems like out of all of the other actors in the Fast and Furious franchise, he was really actively engaged in charity work and volunteering and really using his money for good. And that is a big Illuminati no-no. You're not allowed to use the platform that the Illuminati will give you once you join the Skull and Bones secret society of the Illuminati in the entertainment industry. They don't want you to use your power to help, because that's no, oh my goodness, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. We're here to destroy this world, not to give it life and watch it prosper. Come on now. So you'll commonly see this. They'll usually off the person who's out there really making a difference in the world. And that just shows you really sad. I think, in fact, don't quote me on this, but either the day before or the second day before or even the day of, I think, his death, really near his death, he was out doing volunteer work. And it's just sad, because that's just such a sad, sick tragedy. But that's what happens when there is a satanic secret cabal in Hollywood. Like Randy Quaid said, they're star whackers, they're twisted. Corey Feldman called them pedophiles. So we have these star whacking pedophiles in positions of power in Hollywood, according to insiders. So wake up. Come on here, start looking at this. The love of money is the root of all evil. When we look at the Skull and Bones and the Illuminati cult, we need to recognize that they have what is considered the satanic mind, the warped mind. They see money, death, and just look, war was written on their wall. So they see money, death, destruction, and that as like a drug. It's like they're heroin. They can't get enough of it. They're demented and twisted. So to them, death, money, sex, and all sin is a high. It's a drug. They're the addicts of this stuff. So that is why you're seeing this manifestation in the entertainment industry. They want to do this for money. There's definitely a component to this that is financial, because they are addicted to it. The love of money, according to the Bible, causes people to be led away from the truth so many times, and Hollywood has been led away by the love of money and pursuit of the things that this world can offer. Another incentive to eliminate Paul Walker right before the final Fast and Furious is for money. More people are going to go see the movie now that this is Paul Walker's last movie. Well, I gotta see it. It's the last time we're going to see him in a movie, and it's like this is all set up. They're thinking of their stocks. Randy Quaid said that they were after him and his money. They were definitely, there's an agenda here, a financial gain agenda. When I covered the Ultimate Warrior conspiracy, I mean, the WWE had a long-lasting feud with him, brought him back on board, and it seems just to get publicity and to, further the WWE franchise. They don't care about lives. Definitely check those videos out, and the Robin Williams one, I also point that out. You can't buy advertising like a celebrity death. That celebrity will immediately be talked about all over social media, all over the news. All bloggers and vloggers will be talking about that celebrity death. So they know that is publicity that you can't even buy. So they're definitely into that, and don't put it past them. If you really think that money cannot influence people to kill in Hollywood, that the corporate people that Corey Feldman said are pedophiles wouldn't actually go and engage in offing people to make more money, come on. It's a sick and twisted industry. and we all really know it. We need to wake up. Another piece of evidence that shows that this was an Illuminati blood sacrifice is the predictive programming of Paul Walker's death that was found in Family Guy. It was pretty much, I think it was the same week that he died. Also, Brian, the dog, dies and gets hit by a car. Now, Brian is obviously the name of his character in Fast and Furious, and this isn't the first time. I've been exposing this for a while. The predictive programming that keeps showing up in the entertainment industry. I've talked about it, in fact, in my Illuminati Exposed Family Guy edition. So actually, I'm going to leave a link. I think it's right here. So it's going to be in the description section. There's all sorts of predictive programming that is happening in the cartoons before the event occurs. Now, other people are studying this phenomenon, and they agree that there is something going on. They can't just say that, you know, the images being shown before the events are just pure coincidence. They have to say things like, oh, they're there because of synchro destiny, and they have to make up all these theories and things. But there is definitely something going on, and you need to check out my Family Guy Exposed video. Before all these things happen, even the Robin Williams death, the Boston bombings, this death as well, there's all these signs that show that there is predictive programming that's happening. And if you understand Illuminati media brainwash, you're going to understand that that is also part of the agenda. I mean, they go all as far as reintroducing this new dog whose name is a lot like Vinny. So, I mean, you got to wake up here. I mean, this stuff isn't just coincidence. I mean, a lot of people would like to make you think that, but that's not the case. You have to be very careful also when you start investigating this stuff, especially here on YouTube. They're now trying to cover it up. There's a media analyst called Mark Dice who is actively trying to cover up the Illuminati blood sacrifices that is happening in Hollywood. If you go to his channel, this guy will never come out and say that any sacrifice or anything, any celebrity death is an Illuminati sacrifice. Every time this guy will come out, and he did about this one, about Paul Walker, he's going to say that you're crazy for even investigating this, and don't, and anyone who thinks is mentally deranged and idolizes celebrities. This is a tactic. The Illuminati know that this information is going to start going public. They know we don't trust the mainstream media, so then now they have to send in an agent here on YouTube to lead you astray. But don't be led astray. Mark Dice is complete controlled opposition. I'll leave that in the description section for you to check out. Now, why is it important for them to make you think that celebrities are dying just because of drug overdoses, car crashes? Because that's part of the agenda. In the description section, I'm going to leave this video, but I'm going to play a little clip here for you because it actually shows the agenda of the Illuminati. So here you have her. She's an executive at a record company for Josie and the Pussycats, and she's going to show a group of individuals what the entertainment industry is all about. In fact, she goes into a government base underneath, like military base in the way underground, and she talks about how the government is using the music industry, and this is what I've been talking about. This is truth hidden in plain sight. So I'm going to play for you this clip here, and I'm going to talk about how the Illuminati are trying to cover up these blood sacrifices.
Is what our operation really does.
This is the Illuminati operation. Mind control, it's a government operation.
The ads, the fashions, the product placement.
You see, this is a government operation of mind control, and they're showing you this, that the entertainment industry is being used by the secret society of the Illuminati that is in power in the government. They're working in these bases to control the minds of people through setting different trends and things like that. So it's just hidden in plain sight. Here you go.
From this command center, we control the most influential demographic of the entire population. We decide everything, from what clothes are in style to what slang is in vogue.
Feather tank tops, matching pants, kind of a Buffy meets chicken run.
Feathers are the new rhinestones.
The new word for cool would be jerkin. As in, dude, that's jerkin. Ooh, that's dirty.
This is the epicenter of all trends. We turn your world into one giant TV commercial. But how, you may ask, can our operation be so effective?
Sure, these kids have brains like Play-Doh, just waiting to be molded into shape, but something else must be going on, right? The Chinese guy knows what I'm talking about. To answer some of your questions,
What I'll do is I'll just fast forward this so it goes on and it just explains how the government is being used to impose subliminal messages in rock music in order to control the children. This is what I've been exposing, and again, it's the truth hidden in plain sight. So what I want to do here is just fast forward right here. I'm going to leave this video in the description section. I recommend that you check it all out. I don't recommend anything else from the YouTuber. I don't agree with anything else, but this is a good expose. But let's just highlight the end part. So as you've seen, they came down in the government base. Okay, the entertainment industry and the government have an agenda through subliminal programming to control the youth. They just told you that, hidden in plain sight. Now, they've been using the artist as part of this program. That's why it's an Illuminati government program of mind control. They use celebrities because of the power of influence celebrities have over the masses. So here we're going to see what happens when a celebrity tries to break out and do what probably our friend Paul was doing here, trying to escape.
Country in the world.
But how can you control the rock bands? What if they find out about the hidden messages in their music?
You see, how can you control them? So this could have been something that, you know, happened to Paul Walker. He might have started discovering things about, you know, how he was being used that he wasn't aware of, and then, you know, started speaking out. And then, well, let's see what happens to those people that try and get out.
ever wonder why so many rock stars die in plane crashes?
Ever wonder why so many celebrities die in plane crashes or car crashes? Or car crashes that don't make any sense? That are predicted 13 years before in a movie where the guy was joining an Illuminati cult? Come on. Wake up.
Overdose on drugs?
Overdose on drugs? How many of these celebrities do we hear are overdosing on drugs? Come on, people.
We've been doing this a long time.
They've been doing this a long
If they start
time.
to get too curious, our options are endless.
We'll kill them.
Bankruptcy, shocking scandals, religious conversions. We've created a highly rated TV show.
Propaganda.
Just to explain
Mind
what
control.
happens to these people.
All right, so you see, it's very important with the mind control and the operation that's occurring in the entertainment industry that the public is believing this, that celebrities die of plane crashes, drug overdoses, and of natural causes. That's exactly what Mark Dice wants you to do. He's an agent from the Illuminati who is here to reinforce that brainwashing, to make sure that you believe their lies, that every celebrity that dies is a natural cause. Check his channel. He never came out once about an Illuminati blood sacrifice, ever once. He might now that I've said it, just so that he can gain credibility because he's being exposed, but don't fall for his nonsense. The guy covers up the Illuminati blood sacrifices. So in conclusion, the Illuminati blood sacrifice surrounding Paul Walker's death, a lot of evidence is just showing more and more that there's something crazy going on. Come on. He's shown in a movie 13 years before his death, joining a secret society, initiated into it through an occult ritual. I showed you what the actual secret society is. They get dressed up as devils. So he joins a satanic secret society hidden in plain sight in front of your eyes in the first movie that really propelled his career. They give him a red Porsche in the movie. Come on, people. He dies 13 years later. It's predicted in Family Guy. His dad says he wanted out of the industry. This guy was using his money to try and make changes in the world. Come on. You decide, but at the end of the day, come on, people. Wake up. This is the Vigilant Christian saying God bless each and every one of you, and as always, stay vigilant.